To Mandalay Bay's Events Center. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce our President of Sports and Entertainment for MGM Resorts International, Richard Sturm.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Mandalay Bay and the MGM Resorts family, I would like to first welcome the media, the fighters, and our partners at UFC as we host the second sensational mixed martial arts event of 2011. This Super Bowl weekend event features a stacked card of some of the best UFC fighters in the world who are no strangers to the MGM Resorts family. We are thrilled to see them all return to the octagon at Mandalay Bay. The main event, of course, features the highly anticipated matchup with Anderson Silva battling Vitor Belfort. Silva looks to extend his winning streak to a record-breaking 14 fights. Belfort is a fan favorite who will bring exceptional hand speed and punching power into the octagon as he hopes to defeat one of the best fighters in the world. I'd like to extend a special thanks to Frank and Lorenzo Fertitta, Dana White, and the entire UFC staff, Keith Kaiser of the Nevada State Athletic Commission. And I'd like to say once again, thanks for being here and hope to see you Saturday night for this great, great event. And now I'd like to introduce Dana White, President of UFC. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you for coming, everybody. I think he teed it up perfectly for me. Big weekend. Love Super Bowl weekend. Get to hang out, watch the fights live or watch them on TV, whatever your deal is, and then the Super Bowl the next day. It's a great weekend in Las Vegas and a great weekend for the UFC and sports fans in general. I don't know if I've ever had this many guys at the dais at a press conference before a fight. Obviously, we've got a great card this weekend, stacked. Everywhere I go, people are talking about the fights on here. You know, the co-main and main event are awesome, but everywhere I go, people are asking me about Jones and Bader, man. That fight's just as big as the other two. And like we did for the last fight for the troops, we put the fight on Facebook. People have been all over me. Kid Yamamoto's first time in the UFC, fighting Johnson, who is incredibly exciting, fast. This should be an incredible fight. And Kid Yamamoto's claiming he's going to get the fight of the night or knockout of the night or one of those bonuses. He wants it bad. So we've got a stack card, doing some fun things. The people have been all over me about this fight, so we're going to put it on Facebook. And this fight will be beamed all over the world live. You can watch it on Facebook live all over the world except for Japan. We're geo-blocking Japan because obviously the fight will air on television in Japan, so it won't be aired on Facebook in Japan. And then we have the Spike prelims, and then obviously the pay-per-view. That's all I got. Who's got the first question? Raise your hand. I'll bring you the mic.
For Anderson, please. Anderson, initially when this fight was talked about, you kind of had some doubt whether Vitor was a legitimate contender at middleweight because he hadn't had any wins yet. Do you still feel that way, or do you feel he's a legitimate contender at this time?
Where's my translator?
Você acha que Vitor é antagonista para ti que é muito valioso ou não?
Todos nós que estamos aqui estamos preparados para lutar, né? E se ele está disputando o título é porque ele também tem essa condição.
Okay. He's a worthy contender. He's in good condition, and he's ready for him.
Okay. And a lot of people are saying that this is the best striker that Anderson has ever faced. Does he feel that way, or where does he feel that Vitor ranks in that mix?
Você acha que Vitor é striker de boa qualidade para melhor que as outras pessoas que tu neste momento encontrado?
Não.
No.
Fair enough. And lastly, Anderson had to deal with a lot of fan criticism over a couple of his fights, but obviously the last one was a thriller. Does he feel like all that is behind him now, or does he still have something to prove to the fans?
Você acha que com o crítico dos fãs você tem uma coisa para para indicar para eles ou não?
Não.
Nope.
It's going to be one of those press conferences. Raise your hand and they'll bring you the mic. Right here up front. Oh, he got you first. Hold on. Go ahead.
I have a question for Vitor. Vitor, in the past few fights, Anderson has used the tactic of not engaging and basically taunting his opponent in order for his opponent to engage. What have you done to prepare for any mind games that he may bring to you for this fight?
First, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. And I think it's just a matter of training. We've been training in all the type of things that can happen in the ring, in the octagon, so we really prepare, you know, like he's the champion, I have to seek for a win, so we're going to be there seeking, but it's hard to make a statement of what's going to happen. I'm there to fight, I'm going to do my best, I'm 100%, I've never been so prepared for a fight, I'm perfect weight right now, and I train very hard, and we got to wait and see. Buy pay-per-view, don't miss it.
Olá, boa noite. Eu vou perguntar em português. Para os dois, para o Anderson e para o Vitor, sobre o fator psicológico da luta. Eu queria saber também porque o Anderson está de óculos escuros, a gente estava esperando para ver a encarada, queria saber se vai tirar na hora. E queria saber como é que, se vocês acompanham as notícias que saem antes da luta, se vocês acompanham o que falam de vocês, ou se vocês se distanciam, se tem um acompanhamento psicológico antes, porque muita gente fala da coisa de um ganhar o outro no psicológico antes mesmo da luta começar. Vocês acreditam nisso? Vocês conseguem ficar frios diante disso? Queria ouvir dos dois.
So, Portuguese or English, no?
Yeah, give her Portuguese and then tell us what you said and then answer the question in English.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna speak in English first and then I say in Portuguese. So the fact of the psychology fact that I've been past, a lot of people was talking. Victor can break down psychology, but something happened on my life a couple years ago, and that people that knew me for a long time, but they don't know me now. They have a disadvantage. They don't know what's going on right now. So it's a disadvantage for people that know me in the past. So I'm really prepared. I don't have pressure. I don't like to have to impress anyone. When I became a champion and with 19 years old, a lot of pressure, all that thing that I carry on my shoulders. So now I'm having fun. I'm enjoy. If I get a cut, you know, I don't care. If I bleed, I fix after. If I break, I fix after. So I'm there to entertain you guys. You guys spend a lot of money to come here. You know, that's one of the things that UFC, Dana is always on the top of that. They want fighters. UFC wants fighters to fight. So I discover I don't need to win. I just have to put my best performance. So I will be there just to fight and do my best. That's the only thing Dana and the UFC requires for the fighters. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not even thinking about anything. I'm just having fun and enjoying the time. Bom, o fator psicológico era uma coisa que me afetava pelo carregar aquela coisa toda, então agora eu estou tendo diversão, então não tenho pressão, eu vou lá, vou me divertir, vou lutar, vou dar o meu melhor, é isso que as pessoas querem, é a melhor forma de eu respeitar o meu adversário, é dar o meu melhor, e é isso que eu treinei e é isso que eu vou fazer.
O Anderson.
Vai ser engraçado.
E os óculos escuros?
Eu fico mais bonito, né?
Não tem nada nos olhos?
Não. É que meus olhos são verdes, às vezes.
Posso fazer uma pergunta? O Anderson está há muito tempo já com o cinturão, foram várias defesas, né? Queria saber se esse cinturão pesa a cada vez que você defende ele. O que mais que você quer conquistar na sua carreira? Se você acha que você já conquistou quase tudo que você queria. O Vitor Belfort, por outro lado, pode ser acho que o único atleta no UFC que, se conquistasse esse cinturão, teria conquistado o cinturão dos pesados, meio pesados e médios. Seria o auge para você? Tem mais alguma coisa que você queria adiante? Essa última pergunta.
Hold on, before, I don't know who that was. Would you tell us what she said, please? You didn't hear it? Interesting. Okay. Go ahead and answer the question.
O cinturão é legal, é bacana, foi conquistado com muito trabalho, muito suor, Mas algumas pessoas buscam só isso aqui, eu não. Eu acho que isso aqui é só um símbolo de um grande evento e que foi conquistado com bastante trabalho. Eu busco muito além do que só o cinturão. Para mim, como eu já falei no Brasil, é só um símbolo que representa o UFC. E eu tenho muito mais para dar do que isso. Então, eu acho que o cinturão não é nada, é só um símbolo.
Okay, he said that the belt is a symbol. It's important. He's spoken about this in Brazil, and that's the essence of it.
Could you quote it directly instead of saying that's the essence of it? We need to get a direct quote.
I'm with you, brother. Give the mic to Ed. Ed, what he said.
Basically, what he said is that the belt is basically just something from all the hard work. It's just a symbol of what he's living every day. That he spoke about this in Brazil, and that he's out there to put on the best performance that he can, and that's what his goal is. Whether he has his main goal, like always, is to walk out of the octagon the same way he walked in one piece and go back to his family. That the belt is just a symbol of what he's doing.
My question is for Vitor. Vitor, in the conference call with the media, you talked about how you used to worry about the future, but now you try and look after today, and you talked about a promising note and things like that. A lot has happened to you in your life. Is there any one thing in particular that changed the way you looked at life?
Yes. In life, I think everybody experiences things, and you have to live through experience. That's the only way to find out if it's good or bad. So one time in my life, I found out that I always seek life. Why things happen? Why people suffer? And I had a relationship with God. And when I met Jesus, and I learned a lot of the principles that He taught me, and I carry that in my life, and I try to evolve every day. I'm not a perfect man. I'm not I do silly things sometimes, but the main thing is always seeking to evolve in every area of my life. So that's the point.
Hi, this question's for Vitor. Hi, Vitor. I wanted to know what coaches and who are the guys that are going to be in your corner on Saturday night?
I keep doing what I'm doing. 5 years ago, I called Randy, and I want to come here and train in his facility. He welcomed there, and I met Ray Sefo. I have Ray in my corner. Randy's going to be on my corner. I got Neil, and I got Pedro, my cousin. So we've been training very hard, and we're willing to prepare. It's ready to go.
And Ryan, hi. So John Jones gave an interview a few weeks back saying that he was getting a little obsessed with you, watching your Q&As, your interviews, as well as the fight footage. What's your reaction to that?
That's fine. Whatever, the fighter needs to get up for the fight, or whatever, he needs to do in his mind is fine. Each individual fighter is different. I'm different than him, and so are most of these fighters up here. I don't really need that. I don't need a lot of, smack talk to get me going. I love to come out here and perform, and that's how I kind of look at it. It doesn't work on me, so I usually don't do it. But honestly, it's each individual fighters, however they got to get up for the fight, that's what they got to do. So I don't really worry about it.
You didn't take it as a joke and think it's a little humorous?
I thought it was a little funny, but